and welcome back to the BraindAI Podcast. I'm your host, Lenka. This is the show for digital agencies and innovative brands focused on predictable growth. We deliver AI solutions and systems required to streamline client acquisition and automate service delivery, ensuring you are maximizing your capacity to scale. Today, guest is Nirmal Gyanwali, founder of WP Creative, a Sydney-based WordPress agency specializing in post-click optimization and high-performance websites for marketing teams and agencies. Nirmal has built his business by solving a very specific gap in the market, helping brands and marketing agencies improve what happens after the click, from landing page performance and site speed to technical UX and conversion-focused WordPress builds. In this episode, we talk about agency positioning, realities of outbound and partnerships, expanding into the US market, and how Nirmal is scaling his business while raising a young family. Nirmal, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks, Lenka. Thanks for having me.
You've built your agency around WordPress and post-click optimization. What made you double down on that niche, and why do you think WordPress has such a strong demand today?
That's an interesting question. Probably I'll give you my background. I used to work as a developer back in the days 2004-5. I used to code on HTML and all these things. Then I used multiple CMS, the Joomla role in the past when I was working as a dev. But what I realized is 2012-13, WordPress was getting more popularity because they focused on more businesses and so on. The marketing people were loving WordPress because it has more ecosystem, connection with the CRM, and so many unlimited add-ons and plugins, whatever they could think of. And I found they were trying to use it, but they were struggling with the tech because it's challenging. It is still, there are so many challenges with WordPress. With every CMS, the technology is not there. It's not that robust. So I found the gap because they were running marketing, but most of the devs don't get the marketing. What they do is they make it functional, which I was there in the position. I'm not coming from the blaming point of view, but it's a different world. Devs are more focused on the programming, making things work, but the marketing teams need more focused on the customer, user journey and flow, and they're making the nice, like the UI and design, and which supports the marketing as well. And that was the gap. And when I started to think, I was thinking to build start the agency. Then I saw that's the gap I wanted to fill in, rather than trying to dilute and try to do everything, which I had done in the past, using multiple CMS and all these different things. I thought, look, I want to focus on one thing and be the best and empower the marketing teams. That's where the idea came from. And I eventually worked with a lot of marketing agencies who is doing the marketing, performance marketing, Google ads, Meta ads, and all these different, things. They are not good at coding because that's not their forte. They focus on the strategy and driving the click for the business, the brand awareness and the click. And that's the post-click optimization came in because they're good at the marketing, but they don't know how to code. And that's the missing puzzle. And with the internal marketing team and with the agencies as well. And that was our focus. And we focused on, okay, what happens after the click? Everyone talks about the before click. Even Google software is really good at driving most of the work. Meta is really good at doing most of the work. They're trying to automate, use different PMax and all these different things, Advantage, Plus and all these different technologies. They're trying to make it a lot easier. But the missing puzzle is what happens after the click. You lose it. The site is taking so long to load, 10 seconds to load, and you lose that. People are impatient to wait for 10 seconds. And the tracking is broken, the UI is not supporting, the landing page is not there. And that's the puzzle. I found the gap. And we decided to double down into one thing, doing the best and supporting the marketing agencies, marketing teams.
Amazing. I couldn't agree more. I think that's a brilliant space to be in because, you need to explore the full journey afterwards as well. How did you, after identifying the gap, how this partnership with marketing agencies and marketing teams across brands shaped your growth as a VP?
That's an interesting part. I was the tech guy. I was good at doing the development. And initially, when I worked with the partnership model, I had a lot of network and people in the creative design branding space. They're the creative people who are really good at the brand, who are good at the creative, but they were struggling with the development side of things. They have tried someone in Upwork, someone in freelancer overseas, but they never got the vision turned into the final product, which is hard. And they were fussy because they're creative people. They don't want to compromise at all because they have given so much much attention to detail to build the brand and the creative, but that never turned into like the final product as per their vision. So that's where I came in as a tech partner to support them turning their vision into reality. I built a team myself, and we did the set up the process, front end, back end, QA, the project manager, kind of really robust process in place, so they get the final outcome. They don't need to waste their time doing the testing, which was the case most of the time. They were wasting a lot of time there testing and sending back to dev saying, look, this is not working. And when they fix one thing, another things break, and so on. So that was the creative partnership, creative agencies partnership, which really worked well. But at the same time, we were working with the internal marketing teams with the brands and the marketing agencies as well. And we doubled down on that effort and into not just building a site, but helping them to do ongoing optimization, fixing what is broken, so you can get most out of the marketing investment. And because you don't just set and forget, you don't just build a site and move on. So that is the pretty much typical case from what I've seen with many agencies who get excited to build a new project which is easier to manage, goes longer, big money, and easy to manage the resources because there is no pressure. But we came in saying, look, building a site is not everything. Then ongoing optimization is the key. If you really want to get out the investment, because you're investing money in marketing every day, every month, whether that is $10,000 or $1 million, it's the same thing you want to get out of that. And so we focused on more optimization. That's where our performance plan played a key role supporting those agencies in the partnership side of things. Just about the partnership, there is no conflict because the marketing agencies do the work, the marketing work, the strategy work. We make them look good. We make their work better. We make their, the outcome better, the revenue better, the conversion is higher. So it's a kind of a no-brainer partnership in many ways.
Yeah.
So they saw the value, and whenever they have got a good client who they have got a budget for web, they're willing to invest, willing to improve the marketing, and there is always a really synergy there between WP Creative and those partnerships.
Love it. It's a win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
Outbound seems to be a big focus for you right now as well. What have you learned so far about what works and what doesn't? And when agencies try to scale lead generation beyond referrals?
That's a good topic about outbound. It's a controversial topic as well because it is really, really hard to make it work. I have done outbound in the past, I think probably 2017, 18, back in the days with the LinkedIn, sending out messages to people in the creative, the market, like more on the partnership side of thing. Then the direct brand. To be honest, with the direct brand, I don't have any I don't have any win to share. It is so noisy sending out, because everyone is doing that. But when I send email, whether that is a LinkedIn or email to a founder from a founder, we're talking about a different thing. Because we share the same language, we share the same common pain points and the challenges growing the business. And most of the time, another founder is open to talk to another founder. And I'm not trying to sell anything. There could be like a two-way mutual partnership, for example. We don't do SEO, we don't do Google Ad, we don't do PR, we don't do brand, we don't do so many things. But I could talk to another branding agency and we could complement each other and be stronger and support as like another founder. That has worked well. And not just outbound, I would say I have been posting on regularly on LinkedIn as well. And people see that. And if I'm doing the DM, which I'm not allocating enough time, I have to admit that. As much as I should. But that works really well. People see that organic post. And then if you reach out to them, there is a brand trust, a little bit of credibility, and people respond to that. But in general, outbound is most of the time waste of your time and resources. Had to make it work.
Yeah, you need to make it work. Or you just need to have the right
unless you have
partner.
got a really good product market fit and offer, and with something no-brainer offer, people talk about micro offer, something lead magnet, whatever that is, you're offering a lot of value in the upfront, which you can do using different tools in SEO and marketing and other spaces as well. Which in our case, because we sit in the middle, this is coming from the business, our WP Creative point of view. I found it hard. We have tried, but I found it hard to really make the outbound work with the direct brand. Rather, if I'm doing that personally to manually and talking to the other founders through LinkedIn in some different ways, that has worked really well for the partnership.
Okay. You talked about the challenge of identifying the right ICP among the agencies that claim to do everything. How are you refining your positioning and targeting to cut through the noise? Because obviously there's more agencies to popping up, more freelancers do the same thing. What's your intake on this?
That's that's an interesting one. Look, you learn. It doesn't happen overnight. I mean, everyone knows that. You just continuously learn with your best client what is working well, why they're so happy, and then keep thinking about it. There is something that you do really well, which they value your services, and they're happy to pay the price, whatever you are charging, or when you're raising the hourly rate. They're happy to pay the price. That's where the key is, finding the niche or your service where you can be the best in the market. So it didn't happen overnight. We just kept working with those, the other partners and with the brands. What we found is we kept looking into that. There are a couple of things we found. We even did customer research a couple of years back with the best client to find out why they work with WP Creative, why they chose WP Creative, and so on. So the answer was there were a couple of things we found which is unique than the other typical agencies. One was we don't just work as a kind of another day partner or vendor. We take the ownership of their digital asset. I'm talking about the mid market where they really value the digital asset. For example, like a building, like a physical asset. So for mid market, the digital asset is the most important digital asset. A website is the most important digital asset for them. For a small business, if you're getting word of mouth, maybe that is not the case. And we found we're the best in terms of protecting the digital asset, helping them to secure that, protecting 24/7, taking the full ownership of that. That was the one thing we realized. Another thing is that's the one ICP bucket, which is working well. The second one is where they're investing money, let's say $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 on ad, at least minimum that budget. They can quickly see the return of our work rather than someone who is not investing on marketing at all. So marketing-led growth, where they're investing money into could be SEO, could be Google ad, could be Meta ad. They're driving a lot of traffic. Then that's where the magic happens. If we turn, let's say, 10-second loading landing page into 3-second or 1 second, then we can quickly see the conversion difference. And we look into the data. We use the data-led approach. We look into Hotjar. We look at the Microsoft Clarity, Google Analytics, and so on. And we can quickly find out where the gap is. And we even look into Ahrefs and all these things, where is the quick wins coming from SEO, so on. And we go back and make those changes, improvements. We have got a framework. We follow WPO, which is a performance optimization framework. That helps us to quickly find out those gaps. So these are the two ICPs that they see a lot of value in our work. And that's where we're doubling down right now.
And I guess it took you a while to realize this, right? Like there's a lot of
every day, look, every day I think about it. Are we focusing on the right direction? Are we focusing on the right story? I think about that every day. Every time we onboard a customer, and when the customer is talking to our team, we look at that. Okay, are we targeting the right people? If we're getting the right people, like the right team and the right client as well, there is a harmony. Everyone is happy because we're not trying to offer random, let's say, Google ad or maybe another random services where team gets frustrated because could be Magento, could be another technology where team gets frustrated and the client is not getting value because we're learning with their money. So when you are really focused on your kind of that, people call it ikigai, and there are hedgehog and different concepts as well. When you really focus on your core services where you really shine, and then the client can quickly see that and they're happy. They stay longer as well. But it definitely takes way longer than we anticipate to figure it out. And it's a continuous optimization as well.
Do you think WordPress will get a bit of disturbed now with all these new AI platforms that can build a website within, 5 seconds with prompts? I know it's controversial, and I know and maybe exactly to your point, when you're in a mid-sized kind of market, you need a proper website.
Yeah.
Do you think it's just a different audience, or what do you think will happen?
This is a very interesting topic because at one point in time, from one angle, you could just be complacent and say, defend what you are doing because you want to sell your services. At the same time, there is another kind of angle which is growing really. The AI is really becoming smarter, more than what we can anticipate and think about. So I can anticipate, I can imagine, I can think where this direction can go, but I can be 100% wrong because it's hard to anticipate how faster AI can evolve. from that point of view, look, one thing I still see in our industry, because I keep thinking about this, because this is important for the team, for
Yeah.
WP Creative Direction as well. We're not just the kind of coder programmer. We're more like a consultant who finds those information, because that's what we call data-led approach, and we have got a WP framework as well. We have been doing this for so long, looking into the data, concept clarity, Hotjar, like finding where people are bouncing and giving the human intelligence into the landing page and funnel and what is going on and whether it is working, and at the same time looking into the technology, how to speed up and improve. So we use a lot of technology, but basically we're a consultant. The way I say it is, if the consultant is using AI, it is not the race against the AI. If you're a really good consultant, you should be using the AI to I guess to do deliver more value for the client and find those information quickly. For example, with the Microsoft Clarity these days, they have got the AI as well, which does kind of summarize where things are going and where people are bouncing and the heat map and all the recording and everything. So we're using that as well. So I'm very optimistic about it. I don't know what level of difference or what kind of, where is the overlap between what AI can do, what we will be able to do in the future, which is something I guess we need to figure it out. But at the same time, for small businesses, with the prompt, you can quickly build a site, which is fantastic. You can't afford WP Creative or someone, like a big agencies, 100% beneficial. But at the same time, I came from a long time, like a HTML, where I used to write code. Back in the days, 2005, there used to be template as well. You could download HTML, really nice template, and set it up in half an hour.
Okay. I had no
We
idea.
used to do that. There was a template monster. I used to look at that. It was a very popular library back in 2005, 6. And I used to look at the design. Could download HTML. We could buy literally $10, $20 template monster. And then WordPress came out. They had the theme where you could download, which anyone can do. Many people still do that. $20, $30, $50. You download WordPress theme and set it up. And Wix, those Weebly, those platforms where you can go DIY like quickly in 5 minutes. You can choose one template and build the site as well. They have built so many themes and the look. From that point of view, the change is not that massive from to build a simple microsite, just the marketing side. The more bigger impact is on the software and the application and other side of thing. But it will get a lot better. It will do a lot of different integration with the agentic AI and all these things. That is going to make bigger impact for mid-market. I can see that. For small businesses, going online is not that revolutionary until now. I mean, I could be wrong because the AI is advancing in so many ways. There are so many technologies. I don't want to be complacent at the same time. But building a site was always easier like 20 years ago. Not that hard. Maybe you needed to
it
know a
says
little bit of
guy
history.
who's got years and years of experience and coming from technical background. So
Exactly. Yeah. For me, maybe it was easy. I'm just thinking now, maybe you needed to know HTML more, understand the code to make small changes, which you don't need to now. I mean, I know.
Yeah. But it is definitely powerful. Like I'm still playing with HTML on my end and just, plugging into ChatGPT, making some changes. Like it's just so much easier for someone who doesn't really have much of technical background. I couldn't do it without the AI in the past. Like it would take me forever to find what I like. It's so much quicker now.
Probably I'm looking for more technical lens, which
Yeah.
was fun for me to learn back in those days.
Another question I've got for you, because I'm kind of interested as well. You are a founder with young kids. How has your perspective on like leadership and time and priorities kind of evolved while you're growing growing the family and growing the business at the same time?
Yeah, I've got 2 young girls, 3 and 5, which is fun. Best part, and at the same time a lot of juggling, a lot of they demand a lot of attention, which is there are a couple of things I noticed because I was running business for almost 11 years now. After having kids, I realized that the importance of time just went up because I didn't have enough time, and then I started optimizing a lot. For example, what I'm doing these days is I don't watch TV at all, no TV. And I don't use social media. I don't have anything on my mobile. I don't use it at all except LinkedIn, which I deleted on mobile, only on desktop at work. And I don't waste doing like the catch up and other things, going out and so on, because the time is very important. And I go to gym, I wake up early, like 4:30, 4 a.m. usually. And I try to get my maximum out of the day, focus on performance, focus on my health, because I want to be up all the time. I don't drink coffee at all, and I don't do other things which is going to drain my energy. No sugar, no added sugar at all, because those things will borrow energy from the future. And I was wasting a lot of my mental energy, health, physical health, and everything in the past, because the time was, I had abundance of time. I had enough time before kids. After having kids, the biggest thing I don't have with the running the business as well is the time. I don't have time. So how can I maximize my energy and not kind of go spike and then crash quickly? Which I realized I was doing a lot, drinking coffee and then crashing after 2 p.m., whatever. And I take a nap every day, like just 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It doesn't have to be long, but that kind of gives me it helps me to spread the energy whole day. From that point of view, honestly, I'm finding more time. Like if you do that, you get 40% extra time in a day. That's what I've realized. And I regret now, before having kids, I was wasting a lot of time, so browsing Netflix, maybe scrolling on social media and so on, and doing random things, drinking coffee, added sugar, crashing and all this. Now I'm no alcohol. I don't drink alcohol at all. So that is giving me more extra time, 40%. I feel like I'm more productive, and I have got a bigger, at the same time, I have got a bigger reason to do hard work, which is family.
Yeah.
Which is
This
family. I
is,
want to work hard because it is a necessity now. It is not just nice to have thing. I'm not wasting my time playing around, maybe learning even sometimes on the technical tools, wasting the time. I don't do that. I'm just ask the question, is this the best use of my time right now? Then that filter answers pretty much everything.
This is so inspirational. And you know what? You are the third person in the last 2 weeks who told me that they don't watch TV because of the family and kids. Like, I
Many
think that's
people
the
will that
first thing.
eventually. It's just the awareness.
Yeah. It's just like that needs to go. Like, there's just no
Yeah.
time. And understand social media, even the workout. I do understand how you could cut off coffee, but maybe I'll get there at some point as
Coffee
well.
could be controversial. I can see that. Coffee and sugar, maybe controversial
No,
thing,
but no, well done. Such an inspiring and amazing that, you can do this, because to your point, like time and juggling the business and growing the business while, taking care and being there for the
I'm
kids
reading
as
more
well.
books because I have got honestly, I've got more time than I had before, after having kids, because I'm so disciplined. I can read more books. I already read, I think I was looking into my mobile, within these two months, I've already read 6 books, which is a
Wow.
lot.
Yeah.
At the same time, I've got 2 kids and running business full time. I work like almost 12 hours a day as well. I wake up early and work, but it's still, performance is
Amazing.
important.
Love it.
Performance is
Love it.
important. It's fun.
Last question before I let you go. Looking ahead, where do you see the biggest opportunity for agencies in the next, let's say, 2-3 years, especially with the AI and automation?
That's really a very interesting one. I think AI will get normalized very quickly within a couple of years. The minimum expectation will every device and everything, every tool, everything you interact, we expect. People will expect the mass will expect the way we expect the internet to work fast, load fast, and everything fast. They will expect the intelligence, AI intelligence in everything they touch. Until now, for example, if you're running agency and you say, look, oh no, we will work in a traditional way. We don't want to use AI because that's going to hallucinate. That's going to do that. It's not good. You don't want to sound like AI. You can say that because people are still kind of on the fence where this is going to go. But the agencies who can really, I think, leverage that right now is offering that AI and things, because people don't know that. And I can see many software companies are already doing that. And we are also using AI, Copilot, and all these things to do faster, because the expectation is not high right now. Or the audience is not expecting AI in everything they interact with. This is the window. We have got a couple of years window to act on. So you can leverage those tools right now to do better, to make your customer happy, to deliver better value for them, and fast, rapid delivery and automation and so on. And I mean, many people even offer AI as a different integration and services as well, which will eventually replaced by AI itself. I think I was reading one article. The new codex was built by the AI itself, not by human. I think there was one line I was reading. Okay, that's interesting. Most of the code is contributed by the AI itself. Eventually, AI will build AI, and all the stuff built by AI. Then you don't need agencies to do the AI. Do the AI consulting, because AI will do the AI consulting. it will be smart. This kind of sounds like Inception, but
Yeah.
which is going to happen. And that is I think that's where I think the rapid growth is going to happen, which we can't anticipate. So we have got, this is how I think. We have got a couple of years to double down on, the quality, because people are not expecting heavily on all the tools and all the services and everything right now, because they still don't know how this is going to work. So that's where the benefit, I think that's the agencies are going to make a lot of money and make customers happy.
Yeah, love it. Thank you. Lastly, what would be the best way to connect with you or learn more about WP Creative?
Thank you. Yeah, the main site is wpcreative.com.au. If anyone sends email, like, I am very receptive. I look at those emails every day because I work 12 hours. I'm on Gmail all the time. And then another is LinkedIn. I'm only active on LinkedIn. I post pretty much every day, and I love the community. If someone wants to connect, would love to get connected.
Thank you so much, Nirmal. That was amazing. For all our listeners, you can find all these links below the description as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. What are your thoughts on the WordPress and the website? Let us know in the comments, and we'll be back soon with another interesting topic.
Thank you, Lenka. Thanks for having me.